Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. These are 24 projects that are coming out to you 2 a week, all the way through and into December. We've already started. I have no idea what number we're on now. I'm so confused. This is what happens when you film in advance. But today's project is this one, and you can't see it. You can see a couple of straws. No, I've not made them. But it is this. So let me tip it down where I think you should be able to see it. You'll see it in the visuals much, much better. This is a mini milk bottle. Absolutely adorable. Tell you a funny story as I'm making as to how I came by them. But I'm going to have them as milk bottles, little bottles with milk in for my boys in the run up to Christmas, with red and white straws and a little candy cane. No, he's cookie cutter Father Christmas. And it is just adorable. And I'm a believer that when you're making handmade Christmas and you're very busy, and we're all very busy in the run up to Christmas, or most of us are anyway, that make it simple but make it gorgeous. So I want to tell you about my little milk bottles. I'm going to grab a couple of empty ones here. Now these are not cheap. They are £8.55 for 6 of them. And I'd taken my boys for a treat to Little Chef, and it was a very retro one we went to in Sandy in Bedfordshire, near where I used to go to college. And they'd kept it in a retro style, and they brought out a coffee for me with one of these, half filled with milk. And I was just like, oh my goodness, that's so adorable. Asked the woman what size they were, and she went and got 2 for me. She gave me 2 because she knew I was going to pinch them otherwise. And I hunted them down. They are 4.25 ounces. 12 centilitres, and that's about 120 ml. Now, they are expensive. These are specialist bar ones. They are from a company called Utopia, or Bar Equipment Direct. I found them on Amazon. You could go for 150 mils or 200 ml. 200 ml is going to be a bit taller, easier to find and a lot cheaper. You'll get them at about £1 a bottle. They're so worth it. I have got the most adorable project coming up. Not really sure how to finish it off, but it's going to be really, really gorgeous, as well as this one. So, dead easy to make. I'm going to get my empty bottle. I've got the straws off Amazon as well. Paper straws. Sorry, I've got a very squeaky chair today. Paper straws. You can get every colour and variety known to man in paper straws. I'm going to do my little bit of stamping. So I've got cookie cutter. Let me move these out of the way a bit. Cookie cutter Christmas. I love it. Father Christmas, already prepped. Or should I do... No, I'm going to stay with Father Christmas because, you know, you could leave them out for Father Christmas. Yeah, we are a family that will leave out whiskey or sherry and mince pies. But you might be a family that leaves out milk and cookies. You maybe wouldn't want to fill one of those with whiskey. Father Christmas drunk in charge of a sleigh. Not a good idea. But my 4 boys, they have stockings, and they've all got a different character on. So I'm reckoning that these 4 would be particularly good for my 4 boys. And, you know, if you've got 2 or 3 children or 2 or 3 grandchildren that like to have the same but different, which my boys do, then the cookie cutter stamp set is perfect for that, because you've got 5 images. As my eldest has got a reindeer on his stocking. The 2 little ones like to squabble over who gets the snowman on theirs. But it's remarkably hard to find 4 stockings or 4 things that are the same but different. I could have got 4 identical stockings, or I could get 3 in a theme. 4 is ridiculously hard. So 2 of them have got blue stockings. Anyway, marker pens, that's basic black. I've got real red here, and I've got pink pirouette for his mouth and his little cheeks. And onto the hat. And I'm still not convinced about the bobble. I talked about this the other day. He does have a bobble for his hat. But I kind of don't know where to put it, because it's a very rounded hat. And it just feels a bit odd in the middle at the front. Feels almost like he's wearing a beanie hat rather than a bobble hat. So, has anybody been to Little Chef recently? Oh, I went to college in Bedfordshire, and it was a very rare treat that I could afford to go to the Little Chef in Sandy. And when I passed it a few weeks ago, when I was down visiting Chris with the boys, I said, oh, we've got to go in there. And I had the big stack of pancakes. Of course, obviously. Right, let me punch this out with a cookie cutter punch. I so love this. Oh, love it. I first got back into crafting 4 years ago. It was the very frugal Christmas we had to have that reignited my love for crafting, because basically everybody got a covered notebook or post-it pouches, and I really just wanted to do gingerbread men on everything, and I did, and I love it that we now have a gingerbread stamp punch. Very happy. Right, we're going to stab him in the top of his head. It's a bit bad, really. Paper pierce it into the top of his hat. And I've got, this is the thin metallic thread. So this is actually cherry cobbler. You get cherry cobbler and, well, I want to say emerald envy, but it's not, and it's not cucumber crush either, but it's kind of that sort of a colour. And I want him to sort of hang invisibly almost. Hence why I'm using this. And I had a bit of a nightmare making the other one. I was trying to get a really short loop, but it kept getting really, really long. And I'm now going to have a nightmare again because I haven't got my glasses on. You should have prepared this before, shouldn't I? Let's try that again. There we go. I want a short loop, so because I want him to hang a bit. Oh, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? You know what I mean. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we've got the duo of Baker's Twine here that is in the Candy Cane Lane suite. So we've got real red and the real red with white, and it's actually metallic real red with the white. And I just went for quite a long bit and then made it three lengths thickness. Does that make sense? Kind of. And I think I've just made that too short. Oh well. I'm going to have fun tying this bow, aren't I? And then just went round once and tied the bow. So round the neck. Tied a bow. Oh, that is way too short. Oh, it's fun here, isn't it? Let's do that again. Way too short. Okay. So we're going to go for, let's do it slightly more scientific. 1, 2, 3. This is now probably going to be way too long, but that's okay. Better than being too short. Oh, I've just got my hand right in view there, haven't I? So I've got this sort of mixture of all of the colours, and now I want to thread it onto there. Thread Father Christmas on. This is so much easier when the camera's not rolling. Should I just pretend it's not there? It's also so much easier when I've got my glasses on. I tend to only need them when I'm tired at the end of the day. There we go. So he's hanging on there. Nice little bow. And in reality, it's actually a really quick project. Oops, nearly had it in my lap. That is so super cute. Love it. And I'm going to have to fiddle around with that bow for the photos. I don't know what happened that side. We'll just pull that bit out. And we'll pull that one out. There we go. Much nicer. Trim off all the bits. Really would help if the milk bottle wasn't trying to roll away. And we'll trim off that side as well. And that, with just 2 straws in, Christmas breakfast table, one night watching a movie, and they're going to want to roll away. I think they're really cute. I really hope the photographs come out so much better than I'm showing you here. They're cute though. How sweet are they? Oh, love it. Love those milk bottles. They are going to be worth their weight in gold. Because obviously, you know, you can stick them in the dishwasher. Because they are glass. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon.